Hello, everyone. We live in an interesting time of human history, global quarantine due to COVID 19, and we have to do a lot of things online. Our lives have to be adjusted. And the question is, what do people around the world think about it? So, in this series of interviews, I'm going to talk to people from all over the world, rural America, New York, Germany, Africa, and others, to find out what they think about this whole thing, to see how COVID affected their lives. So hopefully you will be able to learn some good English from these interviews. So get your pens and papers ready. So my first guest is Tammy from California. I've known Tammy since forever ago. Hi, Tammy. Good to see you again. So can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, my name is Tammy, and I am from California in the United States. I live in very northern California in a very quiet area, small town. We're many, many miles from big city. My husband is a pastor here in our little town. My son and I own a little frozen yogurt shop. And yes, we have been affected by COVID. So I have strong opinions about it, but I'm going to try to not rant to you, but just give you my answers. So
Cool. So the first question is, how serious is the attitude to COVID in your country?
I would say the people in America are split about 50-50. Some people are extremely scared of this virus. Some people think it's almost a hoax. Like, why now? Why did they choose this virus of all viruses to get so crazy about? There's been other viruses that have gone through that the government hasn't blinked an eye at, but suddenly this one, they have shut us down. I think it's the media. I think our media has put such fear out there that the people are scared. They're scared to go outside. They're scared to do anything. And it's because they're focusing on the death toll. I choose to look at the survival rate of the people who contract those tests that come back positive. 98, 99% of them are getting well. And that's where I choose to focus, not the fear of the death toll that is taking place, because I think our death toll numbers are very skewed, and they're labeling everything as COVID deaths, so it makes the numbers sound just crazy high. In our little area here, we have had 0 deaths. We've had, I think we are now reaching into the 65, 66 tests that have come back positive. And only a few of them have had to even go to the hospital. Nobody has died from it here. So it's hard for us to really take it too terribly serious because we haven't seen any deaths, and I'm not taking that lightly. I'm very thankful for that fact that we haven't seen that. I just don't get, though, why our government has chosen this virus. I remember several years ago when the swine flu, I don't know if you guys called it swine flu or H1N1 or what you called it, but I flew into Russia during that time. We came over with a team, my husband and I, and several people. And when we landed in Moscow, they told us no one could get off the airplane until they took our temperature. And we were all like, what? What's going on? America is not doing anything about this virus. It was like no big deal here. But Russia took it very, very seriously. And that's okay. But it just seems odd to me that when we didn't do anything about the swine flu, now suddenly we're freaking out about this flu. So anyway, going on. And thankfully, we didn't have any problems with getting off the airplane. Everybody's temperatures were normal, and they were very kind to us at the airport. So we're thankful for that. But I do believe our government has blown this way out of proportion.
All right. Now, the next question is about the measures that the government is currently taking in your country. What do you think about this whole thing?
Well, I have to say, in the beginning, I just found myself saying over and over and over again, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Really? You've got to be kidding me. They're shutting our economy down over this virus? I get it. The old people, the sick people, they need to protect themselves. I get it. But they're shutting everyone down. Everyone's businesses were getting shut down. That was hard to take. And telling us our churches can't meet. Most people had to close their business. Our little business got to remain open. It was pretty much worthless because there wasn't anyone out in town. So I don't know. We didn't make hardly any sales, but we were allowed to remain open. Now, and at first they told us 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. We'll shut down for 2 weeks. But it has now been almost 2 months since that time, and they are just now starting to open up very, very slowly. I had to just today submit paperwork to whoever, whatever part of the government got it, I don't even know, but I had to submit paperwork asking, telling my plans on being able to open my own dining room for customers to be able to come in. We have never, ever had anything like this in America take place. Never have I had to ask permission to be able to do things like this. So this is all just very strange to us to have to be doing these kinds of things. So, do I agree with the way it's being handled? I'm happy that they're finally wanting to open up. Our president wants the economy back up and running. He's ready to get things moving. The problem is they've given it to the governors. And the governor of the state I happen to live in is, he is loving this control. So he wants there to be a vaccine before the school children can go back to school, before the universities open back up again. I mean, he's talking like it could be a long time before we're up and running. So I agree with the president. Yes, let's get things back open. Let's continue to protect the elderly. Let's continue to protect the sick, those that have compromised immune systems. Let's protect all those people. But those of us that are healthy and strong, we've got to get out there because we're just suppressing our immunity systems. Everyone's hiding in their houses and not going out. And if they get around anything dirty, they're using antibacterial, everything they can find. They're sanitizing every doorknob, everything, to where there's going to be no immunities. They're going to go out and get sick. So we need to get out and build up some immunities so that we can fight off this virus. So I am in agreement with the president, but not so much our governor. So I'm hoping that we do get the approval to be able to open our dining room soon. It will make life much easier.
Do you stay home?
Do I stay home? No, I have not stayed home from the get-go. Business has been open, so I work during the day. I've been there 6 days a week. Almost every week, and coming in contact with the customers that are coming through. That's why I have, do you know this? This is I wear it around my neck because it's easy to pull up. I totally disagree with the face coverings. I think they are making us sick. I tried shopping in the thing. I just felt nauseous by the time I was done. I feel like we're all breathing in germs. People are touching their face and their mask. And I just think the whole thing is ridiculous. I just don't agree with it. but I have to do it if I want to go into some of the stores. So, and when a customer comes into our store, our little frozen yogurt shop, if they have a mask on, I too will put my mask on, out of respect for them. So, not because I'm afraid that I'm going to get sick. Honestly, I would like to have a test to see if I have immunities to it. Back in February, when all this was beginning, my family and I were in Disneyland with how many thousands of other people. We took my granddaughter to Disneyland and we were there for 5 days. So I would be surprised. We all came home and got sick afterwards. So we possibly had the virus back then and it just passed.
So, how long do you think it'll take before we can go back to normal lives and can travel around the world?
I have no idea. We are starting out so slowly here to open up. We can still travel within the United States. Um, I actually had to postpone a trip. I had a trip planned to be with my mom for Mother's Day last weekend. My mom is 87 years old. She lives in Indiana, and I was going to fly back there, but just out of respect for her and her age, I don't want to take any chance of making her sick. So I did postpone my trip. I could have flown if I wanted to, but I postponed that trip. I will be going in July now to see her. Hopefully, their state is open by then. Their governor said that by the 4th of July, he's hoping they will be completely back up and running again. So I plan to fly. As far as normal, only God knows when we'll be back to normal. I don't know. People say we'll never see the same normal again. I think really, I don't know. I hope we do. I'm really tired of all of this. I'm ready to have some normal things happen in my life. When little children started coming into my shop, I felt like, wow, it's starting to get normal again. So that was a glimpse that there may be some hope on the horizon. But as far as international travel, I don't know. Hopefully soon, but God willing. All right, so I tried to not rant too much at you. I'm very opinionated, I'm sorry. But I do hope that you're all well, healthy and strong. Have a blessed day. I wish I could be there doing this in person instead of on a video. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you very much, Tammy. It was very nice to see you face to face again. Have a fun day. See you later. Bye.